Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the song Enough Rope by Chris Knight. This does come as a request, so as always, if you would like to request something, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. Chris Knight sounds like a familiar name, but I don't think I've heard anything from him so far on the channel. So I'm kind of going in blind and just hoping for a good song. So far today, the songs that I reviewed have been very, very enjoyable. So hoping to keep that streak going. And well, what can I say? Without further ado, let's just listen. I did pick sort of this live performance. Looks like On the Edge of Country. It did seem to have the most views. It is 12 years old, so the audio quality may not be the best. I'm just guessing, but we'll give it a shot. So Chris Knight,
and
Enough Rope.
welcome back to Edge of Country. I'm Kylie Harris. Of course, look, Chris Knight has put out his guitar and he's going to sing for us. Tell us about the song. You're going to sing us the title cut, Enough Rope.
Yeah, I wrote the song with Austin Cunningham here in Nashville. He plays in my band sometimes. But yeah, I ran into a guy that I used to play Little League Baseball with, went to school with for a while, and he worked for the city where I kind of grew up in, and it's not a city, it's about 800 people. But he works for the city down there, and I got thinking about that, and that's where I got the opening line, and I wrote a couple verses, went down, played them for Austin, and then we ended up making a song out of it.
And of course, Austin's got to be pretty happy, the title cut.
Yeah, I got to get him to sing some of these songs we write, though. He's a solo act, and I hadn't heard him sing them.
Well, great. Well, will you play it for us?
Sure.
We'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Well, I work for the city in the town where I grew up. Some days I run the backhoe, and some days I run the dump. If I had other plans on my graduation day, and several years ago I guess I hauled them all away. Yeah, I hauled them all away. Well, she told me she was pregnant on the day I turned 18. And I did what you're supposed to do. I bought her a ring. He didn't have to ask us, but he asked us anyway. We stood up and said, I do. What else were we gonna say? What else were we gonna say? Well, I'm thankful for the things I have and all the things I don't. And I got dreams that will come true. I got some that won't. Most of the time I just walk the line wherever it goes. 'Cause you can't hang yourself if you ain't got enough rope.
Oof. It's not where I expected that line to come from. Okay.
Well, my boss man is a mayor. I do just what he asks. I mow the courthouse lawn, watching prisoners walking past. And I'm happy to be working instead of wearing chains. Like my cousin Willie, he's locked up in Lagrange. Yeah, he's locked up in Lagrange. And I'm thankful for the things I have and all the things I don't. And I got dreams that will come true, and I got some that won't. But most of the time I just walk the line wherever it goes. 'Cause you can't got enough rope. Well, there's a tavern down the highway. I go to drink some beers and wash down all I'm missing by hanging around here. Then I drive back to the trailer. I make up with my wife. I kiss my sleeping children and I get on with my life. Yeah, get on with my life.
Wow, Chris, that is absolutely amazing.
Thank
I
you.
just couldn't help think that, I wonder if the guy that you said you based the song about has heard this or not.
No.
I wonder
No.
if he ever will.
Oh, you might.
He might recognise a few things in
Yeah.
there. Just super. Of course, that's the title cut to Enough Rope. Chris Knight, this is what it looks like, and it is hitting your record store next week. So go out and buy yourself 10 copies. 10 or 10,
10,
12.
20.
20. I like that. All the best, Chris. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming in.
you.
It's great to meet you. I'm Kylie Harris. We're out of time, but catch us again for another episode of Edge of Country, only on GAC.
Wow. GAC, yeah, great stuff. All right. Anyway, love the song though. That was a fantastic song. Just very beautiful, and the lyricism and the guitar playing, his voice. You know, his speaking voice reminded me of like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but his singing voice was very good. So anyway, let's take a look at the lyrics. Let's break the song down like we always do. The protagonist describes his simple life and how it has kept him on the straight and narrow, barely getting by, has shaped his life. Yeah, and he kind of talked about as much in his like little pre-song interview there, about how it's just kind of, you know, it was inspired by seeing his friend back in his hometown working for the city and just kind of crafting a story around it. You know, it's not necessarily describing his friend to a T as far as I could tell, or it was just based on what he said, but it was kind of inspired by, again, just seeing that friend there working for the city that he grew up in. So, and here it is. Well, I work for the city in the town where I grew up. Some days I run a backhoe, some days I run a dump. If I had other plans on my graduation day, then several years ago, I guess I hauled them all away. Yeah, I hauled them all away. You know, they really captured to me sort of that small town feel of like, you know, like maybe I didn't study as hard as I should have. You know, I didn't get the education that I needed to. And so now I'm just kind of like having to do manual labor, which really there's nothing wrong with that. But I think some people sometimes will look back and say like, oh man, you know, if only I had worked a little harder in school, or if only I had done this or that or the other thing, right? And so that's kind of what we see here. She told me she was pregnant on the day I turned 18. I did what you're supposed to do. I bought her a ring. He didn't have to ask us, but he asked us anyway. We stood up and said, I do. What else were we going to say? What else were we going to say? So to me, this is, you know, this reads as like, again, that's what you're supposed to do, but there's that sort of veneer of like almost regret and like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, but that's not necessarily what I had intended for my life at that point. And again, I feel like this really does capture that small town feel, because that happens all the time, right? You know, you accidentally get your high school girlfriend pregnant or whatever, you know, and it's just kind of like, well, I guess now I'm an adult and I have to do adult things like take care of a child and work a job, you know. So, well, I'm thankful for the things I have and all the things I don't. And I've got dreams that will come true, and I've got some that won't. Most of the time, I just walk the line wherever it goes, because you can't hang yourself if you ain't got enough rope. So when I saw the title Enough Rope, and I saw like with the dog on the leash, I was like, okay, maybe it's like, you know, you got to reel yourself in every now and then, you got to let loose every now and then, that kind of thing. But I was not expecting it to be like, because you can't hang yourself if you ain't got enough rope. That's pretty dark, I think. And so, again, yeah, this sounds like a person who is just kind of along for the ride. They're just living life, kind of going wherever it takes them. But this part, I think, to me, is kind of the crux of the song, where it's like, yeah, that's how I live my life, but there's definitely like a lot of, I guess, unsaid or maybe unspoken regret there. And if I guess if I had enough rope, in the sense that, like, if I had more of an inclination to do so, I probably just would end it all, unfortunately. But my boss man is the mayor. I do just what he asks. I mow the courthouse lawn, watch the prisoners walking past. I'm happy to be working instead of wearing chains. Like my cousin Willie, he's locked up in LaGrange. He's locked up in LaGrange. But I'm thankful for the things I have and all the things I don't. And I've got dreams that will come true. I've got some that won't. Most of the time I walk the line wherever it goes, because you can't hang yourself if you ain't got enough rope. Going back to this part, I mean, really, like, again, even though this is like a simple man who just works for a small town, cutting grass and doing whatever, it's like life could be worse, and it's sort of like, if I would have made better decisions when I was 18, I might be somewhere else. But also, if I would have made worse decisions when I was 18, I could also be somewhere else. Again, like wearing chains, right? Being locked up, being in prison. So I think, again, yeah, this is a simple person who lives a simple life, and it could have been worse, and it could have been better. And they're just kind of towing the line as best as they can. There's a tavern down the highway. I go to drink some beers and wash down all I'm missing by hanging around here. Then I drive back to the trailer. I'll make up with my wife. I miss my sleeping children, and I get on with my life. Yeah, I get on with my life. Again, a simple life. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Just kind of like, I'm here. I live. I have a family, kids. I work a job, and I'm thankful for what I have, and I'm thankful for what I don't have. So it's a great song. Really captures that, again, small town feel. And I think we all know someone like that, and some of us are that person where we still live in our hometown, and we work and we just enjoy our simple life. It's kind of how I am. I enjoy my simple life. I have my group of friends, I have my family. I do my job, and it's just kind of like, yeah, it's great. So yeah, great song, fantastic lyrically. 2 big thumbs up there. As far as the instrumentation of the vocals go, like I said, his speaking voice was, to me, Stone Cold Steve Austin-like, and his singing voice, though, was fantastic. I mean, just very beautiful the way he delivered it. Really had just that great voice for country music. And then the guitar playing, I think it was just beautiful. The melody on the guitar really carried the song throughout. And sometimes when it's just a guy and his guitar, sometimes the guitar gets kind of lost. It's just kind of background noise, so that the lyrics and the singing can be on the forefront. And although I think the singing and the lyrics were great here, I feel like the guitar also had a chance to shine, and he just really played it really well. So instrumentally, vocally, I give it 2 thumbs up as well. And then as far as replay value goes, I hope, I don't know how it's recorded on the studio version, if it is just him and his guitar, or if there's like a backing band and stuff like that. I really did enjoy this kind of stripped down version, so if that's what we get on the album as well, I think I'm going to like it a lot. If we get kind of some more stuff with the band and a whole band and everything, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it's executed. But overall, like I said, if it's anything like this performance, I can definitely see myself listening to this song quite a bit. So I'll give it like a 1.5 thumbs. Just that half is like a cautious, like, okay, let's see how it is on the album version. So overall, really, really enjoyed the song, though. So thank you for whoever requested this one. This is a great song. As always, if you would like to request something, leave it in the comments. I'll be sure to get to it. If you enjoyed the music as much as I did, definitely go support the artist. Go listen to their music wherever you can. One place you can find this song and plenty more music is going to be on my Spotify playlist. It's in the description below and has every single song I've heard so far on my channel. Of course, if you want to support me, just all the normal stuff you do on YouTube, like and subscribe and comment. All right, that's going to be it for this one. And, well, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.